Hello everyone. Hi. How is the game audio? I think I'm gonna have to lower the sound on my end because the OST is beautiful, but it's really loud. So maybe around there. It should be fine now. Okay. Yay! I really hope that my PC will hold so we can play the game. I'm still without my glasses, so even if I wanted, I couldn't play the game for more than hour and a half because reading is kind of really tiring for my eyes. But the good thing is that I'm gonna get my glasses tomorrow, so that's gonna be like the fixing of that part of the situation. And if my PC decides to be able to hold this game, that means that we're gonna have one game for quite a while. Since we kind of have to bet on 2 hours streams till I get better PC, so we don't have crashes. Some of you on YouTube, because I really hope that I can post this on YouTube, probably will know that I haven't posted on YouTube from a while because all of my streams end up crashing, and so the recording is not very entertaining. It's okay live, I suppose, but if you hello, Adu. Yay! Yay! We got to it. I think that subscriptions are counted by pure number of times people subscribed. So I assume 10 times people subscribed till now, which is very nice. I'm gonna have to update that. Hi! Hello. I really hope this game can hold, because I love this game so much. Hello, Firestorm. After the stream, I'm gonna post the photos of my quote-unquote setup, as I told you guys. And then you're gonna see that I actually have a bottle. I have permanently stuck bottle on my desk. But yeah, my setup is nothing fancy because I currently don't even have proper microphone on anything. I'm just using my day-to-day earbuds that I'm using outside streaming too. I don't know how they are alive. They're on quite a while, and I also sleep listening to stuff. I listen to music and different videos and whatnot when I'm trying to fall asleep, and they are still alive despite me practically sleeping on them. But yeah, I'm glad to see you guys. I hope we can have a fun time. I think it's gonna be possible for me to read for at least 1 hour. Today I had to read some stuff and had a bit of problem, so I think that the accumulation of almost 7 days without my glasses is kind of taking toll on my eyes, because I had hard time reading today. I had a mission, so to speak, that involved me reading stuff, and I was like, ooh, I barely see the words on a paper that's quite close to my face. That's not nice. But yeah, as I said earlier, I'm going to get my glasses tomorrow, so tomorrow for sure there's not gonna be a stream, but if this game holds today, I'm gonna test several other games to see which one we can go with. And I hope by the end of the week we have several that we actually can run. Sadly, the ones that we tested before, I don't think we can run for now, at least till my PC decides to be less, like, picky. And also, Firestorm, I saw that. I am already drinking water. Thank you for the hydrate. Something about this game. It's one of the few horror, because this is horror visual novel. It's one of the few horror visual novels that I know of that are pretty, if that makes sense. Because like RPG Maker horror stuff are pretty, but in other sense, this is purely like visual novel, as you can see by like the loading screen. It's so pretty. And also, this game has obnoxious number of possible endings. There are 31 endings or 32, and 27 are fake endings, so to speak. Like, there are fake positive and negative endings, and there are 4 true endings, I think, 4 or 5 true endings. And all of these endings can happen. Essentially, they're canon. The 4 or 5 endings that are true are canon, and some of them are negative, some of them are kind of in between, some of are positive. I had seen somebody play that game years back, but I remember the concept. Obviously, that's why I want to show you the game, since it's surprisingly not popular, which I don't get why. Yeah, me and Grim, when we had our chatting stream, I wanted to check, and some games had like 60 plus endings, but they were more like open world games, except some of them that were like old school Japanese games, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, if the game allows us to play it, so to speak, I think I'm gonna go for at least 2 endings with you guys. So we're gonna run the game for quite a while. And there are a few games that I also like. There's one Chinese game that I want to see if we can play. I really hope my PC can run it. It's again kind of crime mystery thingy. By the way, as you saw earlier, my bot for some reason is not working. I don't know why, but sometimes like my browser restarts my settings on Streamlabs and essentially puts my bot into sleeping mode. And if I don't notice, because it's like a small thing that you have to put on, like make it be on, all the settings are there. I had to like put the new link for Discord and everything, but the bot itself just doesn't activate. I don't know why my browser does that. But yeah. By the way, how is the sound for you guys? Because on my end, even after I touched the configurations, the sound is quite loud. But I know that the song ends when you start the actual game, so I don't want things to be really quiet. I want the game to be there. And I'm not sure if I'm not too loud. I don't want to be overbearing over the game. That doesn't sound good. Zero sounds doesn't sound good at all. No. Speaking of zero sounds, small, how to put it, teaser, so to speak. Aside from the long talked about cover that I'm working on, there is a chance, or more like there is a situation where me and some people from Vita Hanan are going to work on another cover, but the thing is that cover is gonna come out late, like probably around April next year, because it's kind of like we decide to make the project on this from people's like good wishes, so to speak, since we don't pay, and because of that, like, things not gonna be as fast. But yeah, fingers crossed that the two projects that are currently going will be shown soon. I was supposed to end up with another, but as I told you before, guys, the person who made the actual soundtrack, like, they made cover of the music part of the song that I wanted to cover and agreed to mix my voice, but they had many things to do IRL and had to drop the project, so that fell out. Then we left only with the duet project that is going for quite a while, and we're slowly building things on it behind the scenes. And now the chance for another one show, so I'm gonna go with that too. I wish there was a way for me to make a bit more quote-unquote professional stuff and thus them to be faster, but since practically in the case of illustration for the covers, I'm drawing most of it. At least for the first one, I'm the one who draws it, and I'm not very fast at it. And then it comes to recording and the person having to mix it, and they also, have many things to do. So yeah, there will be interesting, fun stuff, even with the scuffed stuff that's happening with my PC. They're just gonna move very slow. So yeah, small update. Also, as you can see, we came back to the whole setting because, one, it fits with the game colors. It's kind of perfect actually, but also, I don't know, I still like it to be a bit more specific place for streaming. I don't know, we're gonna see. I think we can start. By the way, guys, how are you? I forgot to ask you because I got worried to update you on some stuff. How are you guys? Before we actually start with the game, how are things going? Since now I stream a bit less than before because of the PC, so at least there is kind of a gap where you can share things if you want. I hope that listening to the stream at the back, even like as background noise, helps you relax a bit. This game may be horror, but the soundtrack is beautiful, so you actually can't search for it. I genuinely think if you're somebody who can like work while listening to stuff, the soundtrack of this game, along with the game The House of Fata Morgana, is very good for like just zoning out and doing something. I can't like read stuff in terms of schoolwork. I haven't had the like reason to do schoolwork in ages, but I never could like study while listening to stuff. But I can draw. Like sometimes I zone out absolutely 100% when I'm listening to music and I'm drawing, and then I'm like 5 hours passed. What the fuck just happened? And wonder why my neck is hurting because I draw on my phone, so my head is constantly like tilted down and my neck is absolutely shattered. Yeah, I also hope you pass the exams so you don't have to worry about them. I am no longer sick, like I still can kind of have a bit of stuffy nose, But I think if this stream works well and we can keep this game, it's gonna be better next time when I actually can see properly. Like I'm currently able to like see you chat, but the reason is my screen is obnoxiously big. As you know, my monitor is 23 inches, so you have to be with really bad vision to not be able to read that. But yeah, I am delaying partially because I'm scared that when I actually decide to start the game it's gonna crash, and I don't want that to happen. I really want to be able to stream this game. I'm also very excited to I'm very excited to share, or not share, but to rate somebody. My brain's not working because when I don't stream for several days, I'm like, I start to miss streaming, obviously, but I also don't want to stream something that I think is gonna crash because I don't want to lose the time of people. And at the same time, I also want to have bigger chat, not so much for myself, but because I think it's gonna be cool to be able to rate somebody with more people and make them happy. And also it's fun, like the experience is better for you guys since you can chat with more people. On one of the photos, by the way, you're gonna see 2 cans of Monster energy drink, and the reason is, for some fucking reason, like recently I got back into the grind of drinking obnoxious like amount of energy drinks. I haven't drank like full Monster can in ages, but the past week I drank one every day. You got a spike in the silver. I hope so. Like I'm not. You guys know that I'm not obsessed with numbers. If I was obsessed with numbers, I would have quitted way back because I'm almost streaming from 1 year and we are not growing really fast. But I understand that it's mainly because like I don't stream popular games, mainly because I can't, not so much because I don't like them. As you guys know, I love Genshin, I just can't stream it. And also, I know that mainly because of my PC, the overall quality is shitty. Like, the fact that I can't stream for a long time is not so much the problem. But yeah, I hope when we finally get proper PC, where many things are gonna get better. I also have ideas for many projects that just can't work currently with the fact that I'm trying to save up money for PC because all the projects are gonna need money, which are mainly like covers of songs, um, a lore video, and also original songs because I have several songs that I really wish I can like create with somebody with the original music and lyrics and so on. I even have the names of the songs, but they go in a realm of very important thing for me, so I wish not to talk about more specifically about them till they're like clearly possible to happen, so to speak. But yeah, and since to have proper mixing and whatnot and not be like amateur level, you need quite the finances. I can't afford that currently because we're currently working towards having proper PC first. But the fun thing is at the end, if you guys decide to stay till we actually get to that point, you're gonna see big upgrade with the PC. For one, you're gonna see me stream at least 4 times a week and for probably 3 hours each time because I'm not gonna be afraid that something's gonna crash. But the other thing is that after the PC, the next goal is gonna be a proper model, like model that's only mine and not pre-made, and after that it's gonna be all the fun stuff. Approach with her. I mean, you don't have to. It's nice. Sometimes I see some people that currently don't show so often because life, obviously. It's fun to see some people that showed here like ages ago and still show up. But I don't wish people to think that they should stay just because I generally don't have much activity in my chat. Like, if you like staying here and can't tolerate the scuff, I won't ban. Unless somebody is really obnoxious. I don't think that I hate banning people in general. Even when I had like personal beefs with people on my like Twitter and whatnot, I just don't like doing that. I love the scuff. I mean, recently new wave from Holostar English Hololive debuted, and Gold Bullet, which is one of their guys, started his debut stream, and the poor guy didn't have audio for a bit while he was doing his introduction, and obviously you're panicking at that point because you're, you know, debuting, so he didn't realize for quite a while, and then even after he realized, for some reason his audio was like audible only on your left ear. It was very but they all seem like very nice and funny guys. They seem very cool people. Gerard is absolutely bonkers voice actor. That guy can literally sound from like old grandma to Markiplier, which is like, okay. So yeah, this was another of my endless tangents of me being actually fan of VTubers as one. But yeah, let's hope. I actually was thinking that since me and Grim talk about on our spare time about VTubers a lot, we may have like a talking stream dedicated to other creators. I don't think that I deserve to be put in the same like realm, considering how inconsistent I'm currently, but I think it's gonna be fun to talk about like general VTubing stuff. Yeah, Niji also have New Wave. The Niji Wave is cool to see more girls. They have very like cozy style. Cloud, I really vibe with him because my guy likes BL, and I am here. I exist. If you're a guy and you like BL, you automatically kind of go in my radar of people that I'm gonna enjoy talking with because obviously. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think. Oh god, I didn't realize. Sadly, there's gonna be an ad, but I'm gonna postpone it because we are gonna start the game. Actually, I'm gonna leave it so it can run, and we're gonna start the game right after it ends. So the rest of you who are not subscribed can properly watch. The bot that I was using, I don't know if it's gonna work now, considering that the Streamlabs one doesn't work, but we're gonna see. So, I'm really sorry if you're hearing me hiccuping. But yeah, I hope today we can start the game, have like the first 1 hour of the game, and next week gonna test several other games to see how things will go. And yeah. It makes me want to play piano. and I still haven't gotten myself like the extension cord I need for my piano. Oh my god, Firestorm, thank you. Oh no, Adu, thank you very much. Thank you. Firestorm, please thank Adu. Yep, that's nice. I hope when we get to be more people in chat, you guys can, like, people can still remember to thank one another. Someday we're gonna have personalized emotes. I like these ones a lot. They're not personalized, but still. Also, I think by just like you're gifted and by, oh my god, English doesn't function today. By you gifting to Firestorm and getting one for yourself, I think I currently am on the threshold of getting my first quote-unquote paycheck. Because I don't know if you guys know, but you can't get money. Like, you don't get immediately unless you're somebody who immediately gets enough subscribers that equates to $50. You can withdraw money at the point that they're $50 up. And I was getting close to that point, and I think Ado just made it so I'm gonna get my first paycheck from Twitch, which is so funny. I'm very much thankful. But yeah. No, it's the same. Like the money that comes to me are the same in my currency. It's a bit complicated because Twitch, but don't worry. Everything again. I'm just glad that now you guys can subscribe. And some of you are bonkers enough to throw your money at me for like emotes. So okay, let's start the game before my PC actually decides that I spoke for way too long and just crashes before we even played anything. I'm so scared that it's actually gonna crash though, on serious note. Okay, let's try. The game takes quite a big part of my screen though, so I don't know how I'm supposed to be able to see you guys too. Maybe if I yeet you at the side. Okay, it should be nice like this. I apologize if I am like quite slow with replying from now on. One, I'm gonna try to pretty much read, and so it has a bit of flow. But also, I had to put you guys at the end of my screen. I'm actually probably gonna take exactly a picture of how you sit on my screen. So yeah. It has load, but like I had played it before, but it's not this one. I actually think I got the game and deleted it for some reason, and I got it from other place. So I basically shot myself in the leg, so to speak. But yeah. Ooh. Let's start. Grab your popcorn. Before she realized it, the girl was standing before an imposing door. The girl occasionally came to Mountain Aquarium alone. She watched the manta rays, she watched the jellyfish, and finally she decided it was time to go home. Where is this? She had her doubts, but there should be nothing else there except for the aquarium. She assured herself that she had probably wandered off onto a side path. The door before her had a large padlock hanging from it. Just as she had heard, it was unlocked and barely dangling there. The girl drew in a breath. Being locked would usually mean that it was a place she shouldn't enter. Being open just meant that a staff member had forgotten to lock it, so going in was out of the question. Her curiosity piqued. She was past the point of persuasion. Her imagination ran wild and her mind raced at the prospect of what might lie beyond the door. Just for a little bit? She opened the door and saw lots of glass tanks. Several types of fish hailing from the deep seas. From football fish. Sorry for laughing, but the name football fish is so funny to me. From football fish and oarfish to pelican eels and peterleos were swimming around. Why isn't this an exhibit? She thought it over, wondering why this would be in a closed-off area. Behind her, the door shut on its own. The girl spaced out, staring at the deep-sea fish swinging about. They would leap from the tank and swim in mid-air. The entirety of the room was the fish and their ocean. Though it was a natural occurrence, the girl treated it as quite normal. Wasn't there originally a deep-sea fish boat that was shut down? She suddenly remembered. At that moment, her surroundings were dyed a deep red. The water in the tank, the fluorescent light of it, was red. The girl's vision also became red. When she opened her eyes, the girl was back in her own room. It was well into the night. She couldn't remember how she had gotten home after all that. But more importantly, she had a bad feeling about something else. It isn't red here. She became aware of how hard it suddenly was to breathe. No matter how hard she gasped, she was unable to get oxygen into her body. Like the fish who couldn't breathe anywhere but in the water, she couldn't breathe unless she was inside that red color. She was convinced. On impulse, she threw open the window, leaned out and thrust a hand outside. She couldn't inhale the wind flooding her room. She could only smell its musky, unpleasant scent. Oh! At that moment, the girl's body was tossed into the air. For just a second, her body seemed to float like a fish in the sea. Her room was on the 12th floor of her apartment building. In her fading consciousness, the girl watched her blood flow endlessly from her body. It's red. Only then could she breathe. Now everything would be fine. The girl smiled. The full moon in the night sky smiled too. Drip, drip. The sound of falling drops. The moon was concealed behind the clouds, and of the light in the town covered in the water. The sound of it only thing left to resonate. She couldn't tell whether it was hot or cold. merely that the humid air was enticing, encircling her. Wow, I can't read. Thank you for lurking. I hope you can check it later. The visual novel, even with my obnoxious reading, is actually really good. So either check the game as a VOD or like download the game for yourself. It's a very good game. Drip, drip. Whatever they were falling to, wherever they were coming from, the drops just continued to trickle out. That single drop. I stopped it with both hands. The sound of that solitary red drop. And that was quite the whiplash, I think. I hope you guys liked the intro. I didn't expect when I first saw the game, I didn't expect the intro to be like right into the horror element so fast. Hello! Hi, I just started the game. Thanks for joining. Also, I'm gonna drink water because my mouth became really dry really fast. We're reading around for around like an hour to test if the game can run and for you guys to see the beginning of the game. Because I don't think that I can read for longer since I still don't have my glasses. Just small update for the new joined people. Himeno. Or at least there's an urban legend that goes like that. Talking about Mountain Aquarium again. That's your new thing, isn't it? While stuffing her lunch into her mouth, Tamagawa Himeko spoke, her eyes sparkling. I had no idea which point in the story got her so excited. That's right! Isn't this the scariest part? That the girl jumped to her death smiling after coming back from Mountain Aquarium? It's pretty bad. Yet you don't seem the least bit scared, Himeno. That's not true. I've got chills running down my spine. So, someone who's got chills running down her spine wouldn't be eating a pastry so cheerfully. During a break in the conversation, Himeno stole aside a dish from my boxed lunch. This minced meat from growing cows and little piglets its best. Why do you have to put it like that? Jeez. Why do you have to make me lose my appetite? I'll give you the rest of it. Right, I take it. Himeno takes the rest of the meatball from my lunch with amazing rhythm. The reason I, Nakatomi Mayumi, lost my appetite wasn't because Himeno's story scared me. Mountain Aquarium and I are connected in a way that I'd rather not think about. Of course, Himno has no idea about that connection. If she knew, she'd never mention Mountain Aquarium around me again. At the same time, I've been afraid that this thing might cause Himno to stop talking to me. Himno is pretty much my only friend. It isn't that I haven't talked to anyone else since entering junior high, just that the only person I can actually call a friend is Himeno. Seriously, I think this whole Mountain Aquarium rumor obsession is getting to be a bit much. Maybe. There's so many rumors though, like that there's a ghost in the tanks, that the deep sea fish boot is only open on a full moon, that the water changes into blood, or that you can hear crying from behind the tanks. That earlier one goes with this one. Also, no, that's fine. You don't need to say any more. I say firmly, causing Himeno to make a sour face. Soon after, Himeno changes the subject. First to a TV drama that aired the night before, then to some cute fake nails with cats on them she found in a magazine. She then talks about a classmate who was dating a boy from a nearby private school. A light on the subject before quickly changing to the next. Normally, the subject of Mountain Aquarium shouldn't have popped up again. Anyway, getting back to what we were talking about earlier. What exactly are we getting back to? Mountain Aquarium! I looked into it and this Sunday will be a full moon. But that was all I could say. The rest of my words unable to come out. So, we should go and see if the rumors are true or not. But I know you aren't interested in stuff like urban legends, Mayu. But next week we'll start preparing for the end of the semester and I won't be able to hang out with you. Lately we haven't gone anywhere together, have we? If the full moon was next Sunday, I'm sure Himeno would have said anything. But I suspect because it happened to be this Sunday and the next week happened to be our exams, she's chosen Mountain Aquarium. I know that I'm not hiding my confusion or my hesitation very well. Even so, Himeno turns her carefree grin my way. Since it's an aquarium, even if the rumors aren't true, we can still have fun, right? Well, that's true. Usually, anywhere I go with Himeno, I have fun. Whenever or not we had fun was not what I was worried about. By the way, Mayu, in the east building of Mountain Aquarium they have a hanging tides. As in the eating restaurant. They have closed up at one point, but it looks like they're reopening for a limited time. Really? Really? They have the cookies and cream flavor you like too, Mayu. Of course I hesitate, but in the end, that settles it. Then we'll go. As long as we definitely get some cookies and cream. Saying you have no money because you did too much shopping is out of the question. I know. After all, I'm something of a glutton myself. Fine. In the end, we settled on Mountain Aquarium and an ice cream for Sunday, since I have already received my reward money for moving on to the next grade. I don't need to worry about my allowance. Still, it's been 5 years. Did you say something, Maya? Nope, nothing. I bit my tongue, covering the words that had carelessly spilled. I'm looking forward to the aquarium. It's probably been about 10 years. I'm looking forward to the cookies and cream. It's probably been about 10 years. That's not true. It's the truth. That's the only thing I'll eat there. Himena goes, you little. As she playfully stretches my cheeks. The end of the lunchtime sounds, and Himena goes back to her own seat. If it's with Himeno, I'll be fine. That's what I told myself at the time. By the way, now that I had read for quite some time, what do you think? Is the sound okay? Because I'm concentrating so much to be able to actually see the text, I sound really robotic probably. But at least I hope the sound is correct. Wonder if I can't save even at this point. Okay, nice. Sunday is 3 days after that. The day I promised to go with Himeno to Mountain Aquarium has arrived. We are to meet at noon at the Montenegro station. As it's customary for me, I arrive 30 minutes early. Leaning against a pillar, I do nothing but space out. Tons of people pass before me. Mountain is really crowded on days off. Even so, there aren't really that many families or group of students. Everyone around me appearing to be adults. Because of that, I quickly began to feel uneasy. Within the crowd, I am alone. Inexplicably, my head began to hurt. I wonder if Himeno will be here soon. I mutter to myself, then look at my shoes. Deep blue sandal boots that were this year's newest product. When Mom and I had stopped off at the department store on Saturday, she bought them for me after some coaxing on my part. They were far from what you'd call high quality, but they were still a bit pricey on a junior high school allowance. I'm not usually the type to beg, but I couldn't take my eyes off these boots. My mom bought them with almost no resistance, saying, "You're going out of town, so you need to look your best." I liked both their form and their color, and found them a better fit for the summer season than anything else. I take my cell phone out and I check the time. There's still 15 minutes to go until we're to meet. Since Himeno is always 3 minutes later than the time established, I've got about another 20 minutes. I finished reading my paperback on the day. Oh wow, okay. I finished reading my paperback on the train, so I have nothing to kill time with. There is nothing I can do about it, so I decide to keep myself from boredom by watching the people passing by. If I don't keep myself distracted, horrible thoughts will revive in my mind. I am always worrying about what will happen if I'm late though. It had actually been about a month and a half since Himeno and I had gone out. We always talked at school, but rarely spent time together afterwards. Anyone who saw us probably thought we were opposites. Outings like this aside, I often spent my day off at home. When I was in elementary school, our family would go out often, but lately that's been limited to dining out on Saturdays. So when I am asked what I do when I stay at home, I usually just say I do nothing. Doing homework and watching TV, stuff that seems pretty common to me. On the other end of the spectrum is Himeno, who goes out regularly. I often hear stories of when she went to karaoke on weeknights or about how she traveled out to town on Sundays. She's a member of an active sports club and often wants to hang out with them afterwards. Going out of town on the already limited days we have off tends to make me think, even though it's a day to rest, I don't feel rested at all. In other words, something like this is a difference between me and Himeno. Without much common ground between us, why we became friends is... Suddenly, the light fades from my vision. It wasn't just that it had become dark, but that I had the sensation of being unable to breathe. But rather than sweating it, I get a little mad. Sorry. Hearing my wordless protest, Himena pulled her hands away. I get playing the Who Am I game while covering someone's eyes, but covering up someone's mouth too was just like Himeno. When I put out my cheeks and object, Himeno just smiled at me. It's because you were staring into the space, Mayu. Instead of apologizing, Himeno blew out the nape of my neck without thinking. I made a weird sound. Embarrassed, I looked around 2 or 3 times, but the pedestrians walked by seemed unperturbed and didn't even look our way. The culprit who had The culprit who had surprised me moves in front of me before I realize it. You're mean, Himeno. But I get to hear something good. No, you didn't. Moreover, As I say that, I check the time on my smartphone. It's 3 minutes to noon, our agreed upon meeting time. It's not yet. How rare. That's rude, jeez. I'll make you make a weird noise again. Saying that, Himeno opens and closes her fingers in small, swift grasping motions. At times like this, I know I had better change the subject or get messed with by Himeno again. Oh, by the way, did you buy a new one? You mean my necklace? Yeah, I did. I thought I should get one to match my shorts. You and I haven't hung out since around midterms, Mayu. If I buy something today, I'll really be out of money. What about the aquarium? You're still set on finding out about the urban legends then? Of course! That's my #1 goal. I can't count the things I want to do on just one hand. Okay, I get it. As long as I eat cookies and cream, that's absolute. I haven't forgotten. Anyway, Mayu, aren't your sandals new? Himeno says as she looked at my feet, talking about 3 times as fast as she does in class. Yeah, nice, aren't they? They're super cute. How cool, I want a pair too. Nope, then we'll be too similar, and these are the only pair of sandals I have for the summer. Talking like this, it put me at ease. Unlike myself, who is childish, Himeno knows a lot about fashion and trends. Even here in Mountain, it seems like she blends in. Most importantly, by being with Himeno and constantly chatting, I no longer feel lonely. Oh yeah, Himeno, why did you bring such a huge bag? I'm glad you asked. With a hee, Himeno opens the Boston bag she had let sink down from her shoulder. A variety of things come out, such as flashlight, insect repellent, a simple blanket, a first aid kit, matches, and snacks like chocolate and cookies. What is all this, Himeno? Where do you plan on going? Ignoring the twitch developing in my face, Himeno thumps her chest. Jeez! To the aquarium, but since we're investigating urban legend, we should at least have some supplies. Rather than an investigation, the equipment she had reminds me more of going camping in the mountains. The snack and blanket aside, where in the city this size would we need insect repellent or a flashlight? I keep those feelings to myself and just smiled. I let out breath that is half exasperated, half amused. Don't get sick of being with Himeno. Whenever Himeno is aware of my exasperated gaze or nod, she starts to take something out, then quickly shoves it back in. She gives me a smile implying some secret. No, wait. It's too soon for you to see that. What were we about to pull out? I'm not telling. Upon saying that, Himeno quickly closed the bag. The way I see it, it's a wonder she fits all of the supplies she had out just a moment ago. I wonder where it's all being stored. By the way, no club today? I asked with an underlying question of whether or not today is a day off for the club. At my question, Himeno averts her eyes. Nope, probably no club today. Really? Giving a brief answer, I start walking. Upon hearing her reply, I immediately understand it as, she skipped it again. But not wanting to ruin the merry mood, I merely quicken my pace. I am not in any clubs, but even I know it's not good to skip. Speaking honestly, I want her to show up for her club, as she seems to be respected even by students from other schools. Coming here today like this make me equally guilty though. Once I get thinking, I don't usually stop, so the conversation shifts to a ramen shop that catches my eye. Oh, Mayu, do you want to get lunch? You call that? Feeling as if she has seen through me, we head into a nearby coffee shop. It is, apparently, famous following its coverage in a magazine for a sandwich that was overflowing with vegetables. I say apparently because on decidedly finding the restaurant, Himeno shared this. Compared to a hamburger shop, this place is a bit intimidating and trendy to me, but since I'm with Himeno, it doesn't bother me. Shoving the roast chicken sandwich with extra olives that I ordered into my mouth, the unease I had been feeling disappears. In contrast to my divorce, Himeno eats her avocado and shrimp sandwich in small bites. Well then, about our plans for today. Himeno starts as soon as we have finished eating. We'll start with the aquarium. No matter what, that's the main thing. So look into the old man's ghost and the closed-off deep-sea fish boot rumors. After that, we'll go to the shops and finally we'll have some ice cream. I think it's better to get the cookies and cream first. If you eat 2 times, you mess up your stomach and get fat. You won't be able to wear a bathing suit. Himeno, it's not fair for you to put it that way. It isn't fair. Himeno is the exercise club, so she will be fine, but for someone like me who doesn't exercise enough, it makes me stop and think. Having said, I wanted to go to the pool, it is all the more important. Okay, then we'll stick with my plan. That was a delicious meal. Urged on by Himeno, I decided to leave the ice cream shop for another time. Talking about silly things together, we leave the station behind. As opposed to the station's excellent cooling system, the city streets have a peculiar humidity and heat to them that envelops our bodies. The beginning of July, summer has only just begun, and I can already tell it's going to be a tough one. By the way, look at the they renamed some of the brands so they can put them as image. I haven't read like a novel for you guys in so long that I literally get tired so fast. I want to at least read the introductory section and the next time to properly have like 2-3 hours of stream of the game, since clearly the game is running, which is very nice. And also the biggest like reading part comes at the beginning. After that is more like conversation, so I don't have to read so much like text. One of my desires for later, when we have proper PC, is to have like one visual novel type game per week, as in one of the streams during the week where I plan to have 4 streams or 5 streams to be something that I have to read a lot. Since I'm not capable of reading that much, my voice is very fragile, as some of you know. But because currently my eyes also are fragile because I don't have my glasses, it's kind of bad combination. But I think I can read the beginning part. Himeno is very cute character, but I need to make her voice a bit more Genki, which is like being more happy. Okay, going back. We wave around. Apparently, I actually can't read. We wave our way through the crowd until we're 10 minutes away from the station, finally ending up in front of a skyscraper. The building is a symbol for the people of Mountain, a combined facility for comedy, what you might call a fashion building in a reference to the business it contains. Mountain is a town known as a place people go for amusement. If you really want to have a good time, they have a movie theater, arcades, and several shops, so you need to have money. Because of that, young men and women are more numerous than boys and girls. In this town of people older than us, Himeno scans panels for each flavor with a for each floor without fear, saying, the aquarium is... People were concentrated around the panels. Of little help to him and I, trying to take up as little space as possible. I left the search to her and gazed up at the building. I look up and up, but the top of the building is so far, I think my neck will snap. It's magnificent. This building was built not long after I was born. If it had been finished before I could walk, but the first and only time I came here was in elementary school. The instant I think back on my first visit, my head begins to hurt. No, I have to try to not think about it. Those are things from long ago. Things from the past. Things that are done. I can do nothing but deal with the pain that feels as if something is pressing against the inside of my skull. I finally hear him calling me in a loud voice. There's elevator this way. Come on. I push away my headache and step through the automatic door. The information at the entrance and the placements of the crane game are exactly the same as that day, giving me a slightly bad feeling. Time for the intro. Oh god, why am I not getting the damage? Oh no! I thought that the game is crashing, so I got worried and clicked, but that made the intro skip. No! Save. That's sad. I wonder if I can check from the main menu if I can show you guys the intro. Oh god, that's bad. Let me see. No, I just want to save. Log. Huh. I'm scared actually to check now because I'm not sure. Save. Okay, so now I have a proper save. Okay. Back to game. I want to see if I can show you the title screen shut down. Sad. I really wish I could show you the intro. I feel bad that I skipped it, being worried that the game is gonna actually crash. I think I'm gonna read you there actually in the aquarium. And that's gonna be like the short introduction. The next time we're gonna properly start the game, meeting several new characters and everything. And also I'm gonna be way better prepared because I'm gonna be able to see. Okay. From the elevator landing, we need to head for the top floor of the separate Mountain East building. The elevator is the type that has a glass window so you can see out. That is the only thing that distracted me from my gloom. A crowd of people get on with us, but almost all of them are gone by the time we reach the floor that contains the aquarium. They probably stopped off at the apparel or sunrise shops. It isn't that we aren't interested, but Jimeno recommends it's crowded now, so let's come back when it's less busy. And that keeps us back, deciding to stick with the plans we made back at the coffee shop. Stepping onto our floor, the atmosphere immediately switches to a lively one. The sounds of chatter are drowned out by the roar of a large fan. The lighting is dim and tinted slightly blue. The windows are also covered, giving the feeling that it has suddenly become night. As this is an aquarium, it makes sense that the concept is based around the ocean. Yes, the pungent smell of salt is a major change. Amazing. It's like we're into the deep sea. That's what I thought too. Instead of being targeted at families, lately it seems more like a date spot for adults. Or at least that's what the magazine says, but it's true. Even though this is my second time coming here, it feels like the first time. Next to the entrance is the souvenir shop, though it lacks the usual boisterous voices. It appears to be a place that can be reached both from inside and outside, but it doesn't seem to get many customers. Just as Jimeno had said, the aquarium seems to target adults. In an atmosphere like that, even Jimeno looks nervous. Hey, Mayu, what's up? I forgot to tell you one important thing. Jimeno makes a mysterious face and brings her mouth up to my ear. What? Did you drop your wallet or something? No, that's not it. This is something I heard that it's a bit on an urban legend, but they said the amount of people going missing is on the rise. There's a rumor that this month alone the number missing is well into double digits. Ah? We have this conversation in front of the metal rack that holds the map of the aquarium. Aside from the map, there is a guide to Mountain East building and information about affiliated hotels. During that time, we heard the sound of an elevator opening and closing, but do not see the people going into the aquarium. Mountain used to be a shopping district, right? That seems to be why. Even if there were a lot of runaways, the media wouldn't pay much attention. But supposedly many of the missing persons had stopped off at Mountain Aquarium. That's rumor. Who did you hear it from? Oh, indeed. No one in particular. You know how rumors spread. At Jimene's words, I feel a cold shiver along my spine. Regardless of how credible the rumor is, a sense of dread shoots through me. Considering my past, it's natural that I would feel connected to missing persons in my age range, especially if they are runaways. If that is the case, it would send chills along the back of my neck. Why on earth? You could have told me before this. Well, I thought if you heard about it, Mayu, you might not have wanted to come. Oh, so you forgetting to tell me was a lie then, you little... I had intended to protest firmly, but it still ended rather anticlimactically. Ghosts may exist and they still may be unable to come back, but that doesn't mean I'm interested in visiting places where they are. This is proof that Jimeno has her own strange interests, yet it still makes me feel even more worried. This is a rumor. This rumor has a continuation. Specifically, people who saw the deep sea fish but never come home. Himeno relays those two pieces of information that frightened me with a smile. The rumor itself aside, she wanted to pass over the question of why people were able to see the closed-off deep-sea fish boot in the first place, not wanting to discuss it at all. Wait a minute, Himeno. Something else is tied in beneath that fear. Something about the aquarium and the missing persons who didn't come home. That was essentially. Are you okay, Mayu? Sorry, I guess I scared you a bit too much. I think the story is pretty exaggerated, so don't worry about it. I heard it's a fun aquarium. I think we should take those stories with a grain of salt, right? Though her kindness is misdirected. It's kindness just the same. Oh god, my voice is dying. Though her kindness is misdirected, it's kindness just the same. Having involuntarily sat down, I take the hand Jimenez extends to me. As I slowly raise my feet, I respond. Yeah, you're right. Think that I would hear of a connection to my precious memory in a place like this. It's strange. After 5 years, the memories should have faded. I tell myself this, then let out a small sigh. Jimenez is actually showing concern, so I sit down on a bench in the rest area next to the souvenir shop. Kimno even brings me a can of cocoa. As I'm drinking it, she buys our tickets. With her doing all of this, I have to go with her. Are you okay, miss? The fact that I'm thinking thoughts like this canned cocoa is little weak is proof that I'm cooling down. As I'm starting to feel better, a male voice calls out to me. While holding my half-finished cocoa, I turn in the direction the voice came from. Rather than the boy's voice I expected, it belongs to an adult, so I respond timidly. I am okay, so... Oh, no need to be so vigilant. He's wearing a grey knit cap and a brown running shirt. He's tall, even for a guy, so I have to look up at him. His build is almost all muscle, and my shoulders shudder a bit in surprise. He appears well over the age of 20, so I can't think of a reason he would want to talk to us. Whatever he realizes I'm looking up at him or not, he plugs down right next to me. Even after he sits down, we aren't sitting at the same height. Pretending to fix my posture, I move away from him a little. Okay. I think since we got our first decision, one, I'm gonna save, and two, I'm gonna finish the introduction of the game for today. I'm so glad that we let me see. Oops, not this. I'm still not load. Save. Quick save. Okay, so this is the quick save. And this is the actual save. Okay. So this is our first choice. I think in this playthrough, I'm just gonna go with the gut feeling, but I'm gonna leave for the beginning of the first proper episode of this one. I'm saying that because it's gonna go on YouTube. But I'm probably gonna choose to be quiet because if somebody randomly starts to talk to me, I'm gonna feel very intimidated. At the screen? Yeah. I'm gonna leave this as soundtrack because it's so good. But gonna move myself here. Hi, hello. I'm very glad that we actually could play the game. I hope that you guys enjoyed the small part of the game and so, despite me being very bad at reading it. It's been a while since I had read something, and also I'm genuinely having trouble seeing. Like I have to be really close to the screen. But I think that it wasn't that tragic for the first attempt after so long. And I'm very glad. Like I really want to show you that game, so I'm very happy. I want to see who we can rate today. This week again, probably I'm not gonna put direct schedule, but gonna share on all platforms basically which games I try to play, because I plan to use 2 streams to test games and probably have 1 chatting stream with Grim if he agrees. Want to see who we can rate though. I haven't seen them here in ages. Timur is here, Sora is here. Sora is again playing Phasmophobia. Thank you for the hydrate. I really need to train again to be able to properly read. I am afraid to check the Vod after this stream, knowing how bad my reading is probably. But yeah, the first playthrough, I think we're gonna just run with the feeling. I genuinely don't remember how I can reach any specific ending, so it's gonna be whichever ending we get. I want to get 2 of the true endings at the end of our playthrough of the game, but knowing the game, I think we're gonna die and get some of the other endings anyway. So we're probably gonna have 4 or 5 endings by the time we finish playing this game. And since the game has so many endings, you guys can download it and see all the endings you can have. There are playthroughs online that show you how to reach to each ending. Some people from Vtuber on, but I think we're gonna rate Hiragi. Hiragi is one of the few non-binary VTubers that I know of. They're like a host, generally make just chatting streams or playing games. They're very handsome. They have several models. Currently they're using one of their more jokey one. But yeah, I think we're gonna go there. Since, as you can hear, my voice is, even though I drank water thanks to Firestorm, my voice is actually dying. I'm really out of shape when it comes to reading for a long time. But yeah, again, I'm very happy that the game is running. I can't wait to check other games. If we manage to have 3 or 4 games that can run, it's gonna be nice. I want to finish Undertale, I'm gonna finish it. I also have to finish Misao. I'm gonna make it so once per week I'm playing one of the games that I have to finish. Although Undertale is gonna take ages when we fight Sans, because I have big problem with Undyne, let alone Sans, and Sans is way harder to beat. But yeah, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the gifted and for the subscriptions, especially. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this game soundtrack as my BGM for the end because I really like it. And we're gonna jump to Hiragi's stream. So if you want something to chill to, feel free to go with me. You can use exclamation point, not exclamation point, but you can use coffee, the coffee emote, and then say raid. Or if you have one of the emotes from my subscription thingy, you can use the one that's holding the coffee. I'm gonna have to make a thing that shows you guys how you can send raid messages. But yeah. Yay! I'm glad that we found a game that can run, even though I'm not good with reading long texts and stuff. I'm happy that I can show a game that I like. I like Undertale too, don't get me wrong. It's just that finally there is another game, something different. Yeah. Thank you very much. I had very nice time, even though it was quite short. And we're gonna see each other probably Tuesday for another testing day, so to speak. And Wednesday is probably gonna be either Wednesday or Saturday is gonna be chatting stream about Vtubers. For those of you who are interested hearing my thoughts on some of the people I enjoy watching. Bye!